think it's really hard to dream when you're hungry.
Go ahead and park your truck and they're going to just load it for you. Okay. Have a great day. That's yours.
El hambre para nosotros es algo que lo puede curar con un pan o una bendición de Dios que nos den, y la comida, y que las personas aprovechen lo que tienen, que disfruten todo antes de que lo pierdan.
They say that the things we take for granted, others are praying for. Another meal, another day, another chance to start over, change direction, dare more, do better. But
It's hard to reach for the stars when you are thinking about where can I find something to eat.
in July 2020, Feeding America estimated that the United States will face an 8 billion meal shortfall in charitable food by June 2021. That's more than 3 times the amount distributed in 2019. Translation: the pandemic has shown us that we are all vulnerable to misfortune, that we are not any different from our neighbors in need.
Que cuando yo llegué no sabía y si va a haber ayuda para mí, pero ya veo que alguien está apoyando a gente necesitada, que alguien tiene buen corazón, que sí está pensando en los demás, que somos todos como hermanos.
I have the audacity to believe that people everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their body, education and culture for their mind, and dignity, equality, and freedom for their spirit. It's been more than 50 years since the death of Martin Luther King Jr., and though we're far from his promised land, maybe we're closer to each other than ever before.
You know, you hear Mercedes family of 4, and you could immediately go into a judgment. Oh, somebody in a Mercedes needs food, and you go out and you realize it is a very run down and old car, barely holding together. Yeah, it was a Mercedes, still is a Mercedes, but this is a family that's struggling. So you can't go with that.
I'll call that in. Have a nice day.
We see homeless people, and oftentimes that's the view that we have, when in reality it's a much broader group of individuals that need food on a regular basis, who have income that might be seasonal. They may have lost a job for a short time frame. So I think for me it was an eye-opener to see the breadth of individuals that need assistance.
A lot of them are doing the absolute best that they can under extremely difficult circumstances.
The reality? Hunger doesn't discriminate. Rather, it levels the field. It reminds us we are all, always, and only one decision or one circumstance away from a different life, from needing help.
We got you. How many in your family, ma'am? 8.
Due to the pandemic, the rate of people facing hunger in the United States is projected to rise from 37 million to 54 million by mid-2021. This represents a 30% jump in food insecurity in just over 1 year.
Gracias.
But hunger isn't about numbers. It's about people, human beings with names and stories and dreams.
Ser doctora es uno de mis sueños. Quiero ayudarle a las personas en el hospital, pero para eso necesito mucho estudio y creo que sí lo voy a lograr.
Good morning. How are you? All right, it's Friday.
My focus has definitely shifted. Like, the priorities for me are, again, social emotional health, physical health, and then academic piece.
Good morning. How are you? Have a good day today.
I feel like if you give kids those things, they're going to be successful when they get to high school and beyond. If you don't give them that, the odds are against them. So.
How are you this morning? Good. Happy Friday.
Studies conducted by the American Psychological Association indicate that 50% of food insecure children will need to repeat a grade. Hunger makes it hard to concentrate. With children specifically, reducing food insecurity isn't just about staving off hunger. It's also a way to reduce the behavioral issues that can distract kids from their schoolwork and lead to developmental delays and learning disabilities. Food is a way to help kids beat the odds.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Pásenme. ¿Ya están listos para el fin de semana?
Sí.
I chose to serve, especially our children, I believe, is because of the gold. The gold that's inside there and their potential, and that they have that potential. And that sometimes they just need to be valued and loved, and that someone believes in them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a wonderful weekend.
It's your boy.
Bye-bye. You bring hope. It's not just a bag of food.
I mean, food ultimately can become our own, power, because it gives us that equality. It gives us that ability to learn, and it gives us that ability to go where we need to go in life. And without it, where are we gonna be?
You're not just a person who can't pay the rent. You're not a person who hasn't got enough food.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That one.
Food banks are about more than food, because the neighbors we serve are more than hungry people.
Thank you for doing this, Wayne.
Sure, no
We appreciate it, Wayne.
Back in the 30s during the Depression, it's just lines of people. Now it's lines of cars with people in them. And I don't think a lot of people see that. They see the cars, but they don't see the people that are in those cars. And they could be hurting very, very badly.
As Thoreau observed, it's not what you look at, but what you see. We know that looking at statistics alone can't explain hunger. Yes, 1 in every 6 people in the United States is now likely food insecure. Yes, 80% of food banks are serving more people than they did just over a year ago. Yes, since March 2020, the number of people using food banks has increased almost 60%. 4 in 10 are first-timers. And yes, there's a 7 to 10 billion pound gap in charitable food that must be filled in order to serve those in need.
Yeah, I got a lot today and I brought you sweets.
All right. All right.
But food is about more than quieting the rumble in one's stomach. And so we asked, what does food really mean?
Life. Basically life. Love. Oh, I've been waiting for these blueberries. I want to thank them so much. I would not have as secure a feeling as I have without Matthews Crossing. It has removed a lot of anxiety. I feel better all around.
Food means tomorrow. It means tomorrow.
What motivates people to choose hope over fear? Holocaust survivor and renowned neurologist Viktor Frankl defined it as an openness to surprise. The reality? Choices made to avoid fear also shut the doors to surprises. So, hope or fear? We choose hope. Will you?